What's something that's unnecessarily expensive? Graphing calculators. They've been using the same model for 20 plus years, 17 if we're talking a T84. And the prices are ridiculous. Yeehaw, that is because T have the monopoly of being approved for exams at many schools. Very clever marketing strategy. And also complete a shattery to keep doing. Funerals. Costco sells coffins BTW, online. And they're much cheaper than what the funeral home is selling them for. Edit. This is one of those good guy Costco things they do. Similar to not raising the prices of their food. As far as I know, they think it's a rip-off what funeral homes charge. And so they offer them online with shipping at a price much lower than what funeral homes charge. BTW. If you've not had to pick a casket yourself, let me tell you, a lot of funeral homes' cheapest casket is literally cardboard with fake wood vinyl on the side. It's there as the cheap option so that you pick the one above it, which is more money. Of course. Any food or beverage sold at a sporting event or concert. And the parking as well. I work at an amusement park that, just this year, started selling alcohol. $9 for a 12-ounce drinkable beverage. $12 for a 16-ounce Bud Light. Their reasoning was, people won't pay those crazy prices to get drunk. They'll have one or two. If they're going to get drunk, they'll do what they always have done. And drink in the parking lot beforehand. Now they can buy one in the park to mask their booze breath. To be fair, the number of drunks hasn't changed. And the park is making some extra, much needed cash. Coffins. I built one out of fence pickets for less than $40 a few years back. Looks real cool when you put the strobe light and fog machine in it. I'm shocked I haven't seen college textbooks. That shit is incredibly overpriced here in the US. I haven't thought of those in a few years, but I remember every semester jumping through hoops trying to weasel my way out of paying full price for textbooks. And the people who have replied must not have been in school when online access codes hit the scene. Now every single class has some reason to charge you $120 so you can do your homework. So sure, you bought the 4th edition instead of the 5th and saved $90. But now you have to buy the online code and pay $120 anyways. That shit should be criminal. Anything that adds on an administrative fee or convenience fee. Why is it an extra $20 to push a button? Susan? Yeah, my apartment tried to do a convince fee to pay rent online at $50. I make it a point to go to administration and handwrite a check. So now they have to send an employee to cash it at the bank. Not so convenient now, is it? Going to the damn dentist. Why is dental insurance different than health insurance? My teeth are not luxury bones I should pay to keep healthy and in my mouth. As a dentist, I wish dental insurance worked like medical insurance. It is not insurance at all. Vending machines on the secure side of airports. You can't bring the $2 Coke you bought within line of sight of the checkpoint through because it could be a bomb. You can buy another one once you get past security, however, but now it's $6. The machines are literally within sight of each other. Portland, Oregon Airport, PDX, recently adopted street pricing for all products. It's nice not feeling hostage to monopoly pricing. Insulin. I am from third world country and one dose costs $5 here. Why is it so expensive in USA? Just curious, how is it possible that we have it so cheap here and there it's expensive af? Chemotherapy. My infusions are $18,000 a piece. I'm lucky that it's not for cancer and I only get it twice a year and I have insurance, but like, WTF. Do you mind if I ask what it's for? I didn't know chemotherapy was used for other illnesses. Ticketmaster's service fees. Edit. Wow. By far my most popular comment ever. Just wanted to edit to say that if you're able, always order your tickets by calling or visiting the performance venue directly. You can avoid a ton of the fees you would otherwise be charged. And the customer service is nearly always several grades better than what you'll get with a faceless entity that really doesn't care about you at all. Ticket busted. Curtains. Curtains are expensive, and rugs. If the flow of diamonds was not controlled, the cost would drop dramatically. And X200B. Edit. Wow, I did not expect this many upvotes. Edit. Thanks for the award. 2. The diamond market is such a racket that for a period of years during the late 1990s and early 2000s, De Beers executives were unable to set foot on a soil because they would have been arrested by the Dodge for price fixing. The crooked company eventually agreed to plead guilty and paid over $300 million in fines and settlements. The cost of doing business. https://www. Washington Post. Com WP Dine articles are 48041-2004, the 13th of July. HTML. Printer ink. Glasses for sure. Not just Zenny but Ibua Direct. Pane glasses. Z-Law. Etc. I got one pair from Ibua Direct and one from Pane and paid less than $100 overall, and that included shipping. Fucking life. True. But non-fucking life is boring. Bras. Mattresses. They sell for over 10 times what they cost to manufacture. I worked in the industry for a few decades. The retail is typically double wholesale. And wholesale is typically double manufactured cost. So they sell for about 4x what it costs to make them. Giving birth and adopting, us. And then they wonder why people are waiting longer or simply not having kids at all. Health insurance in the United States. Healthcare in the US in general. Especially medication. Injectable meds for multiple sclerosis. My wife's Ocrevus infusion twice a year costs the insurance company $100. 000 a pop. She couldn't get it if she didn't have insurance. Rent. We've got a full-blown housing crisis where I live because of tourism. We've got tourists in the houses and locals in the holiday parks. It's fucking crazy. Some villages are 85% holiday cottages. Shit's going to get crazy soon, I think. I predict arson and squatting. Hopefully not at the same time. Prescription glasses. I have convinced everyone I know who wears glasses to buy from online retailers, Zenny, Ibua Direct, etc. The prices are so cheap that it's worth the gamble to try a pair from them. Ask your doctor for your prescription and your pupillary distance, PD, and plug it into whichever website you want to use. You can have a cheap pair of glasses from Zenny for $15 total. You can't even walk into an optometrist office for $15. Try it and never look back. Towing fees. Why the fuck are those so expensive? What's the breakdown? I live in a small city where a regular towing fee can be over $500 plus. Then, I go to bigger cities and here towing fees can get up to $1,000 plus. How is this even legal for such a minor offense like parking in the wrong spot or parking somewhere too long? Not saying you shouldn't be towed if you're committing that offense. However, bankrupting people just to get their personal property back seems so illegal to me and just downright unethical. It's especially fun when you are legally parked in a spot you paid for and still get towed. Assholes moved my car with their truck and then snapped pics as proof. Took all night to get my car out. Luckily the parking lot reimbursed the tow. But they are fucking thieves. EpiPens. I'm sure it's due to higher construction quality, but outdoor furniture. You either buy cheap that will disintegrate as light breeze blows through your yard as if it was on the wrong end of a Thanos snap, or you sell your house and live on a diamond-plated Mars-graded 3-piece lounge suite. Weddings. Cake. Flowers. Band etc. add wedding to it and price jumps up. We shopped for all of our stuff without mentioning the word wedding. Hospital fees and dental care. Tip, always ask for a receipt when you pay for healthcare. Because it will go down dramatically due to unneeded costs. Specifically an itemized bill. Supposedly hospitals often double charge or charge for services not rendered. Printer ink. Try a cheaper alternative, diamond dust. Diamonds. Most of the time. There is only one correct way to get the true market price for a diamond. And that is to buy the diamond on an open market such as eBay. Now here's the key, you have to buy it from a normal person. Not a dealer or broker. You want to be able to buy the diamond, turn around, and resell it via the exact same buying-selling method that you bought it, and get the same price for it that you paid for it. I bought a ring off of eBay this way for only $300. When I went and got it appraised, they revealed that it was a ring that would have normally sold via MSRP for around $4,000. If I had bought it brand new, I would have been taken to the cleaners. But since I bought it used from another person, it's still worth exactly what I paid for it, if I decide to resell it to another person. Beef jerky. I'm getting real tired of paying $8 for like 3 pieces of jerky and some little scraps. Going to the movies. Agreed. And it's mainly because theaters don't get shit from ticket sales. That's why concessions are so expensive. Squeaky toys for dogs. Freaking $8 for a taco with one squeaker. And they fall apart so easily too. Tampons. Even slightly old Pokemon games. Found my old DS and wanted to relive the old memories. But realized I gave away all my games long ago, so I started searching up copies of Pokemon Emerald is Diamond. And found that an authentic copy of every Pokemon game from X and Y and earlier is worth 80 plus, at least, usually sitting at about 110. The damned company defies everything I know about economics and appreciating value in goods. At this particular moment in the UK, petrol, your average is still lower than what it's here. UK, 1. 6 euros. Finland, 1. 8 euros L. 5 guys. Used to work there. Can confirm, also think it's too expensive now. That being said, they tend to use more natural and fresh ingredients than your standard restaurant chain. I still have memories of cutting 100 pounds of onions every day after chopping potatoes for French fries. My eyes water just thinking about it. Also, managers there must get some sick enjoyment watching their underlings cut that many onions. Medication that requires a prescription. Being poor. The charges for being late on this. Or slipping up on that. Going negative in your account. Those little things are designed to help keep the poor poorer and the rich richer. Some things that are illegal are really just a ticket inconvenience to a wealthy person with connections. Or a crooked government worker. Home internet. All of them. They all suck. As an American, the answer is medical care. It doesn't cost the facility anywhere near $1,000 to give me an X-ray. But that is what they charge. My doctor wanted an ultrasound on my kidneys due to my medical condition to just check up on them. They called the day before it was scheduled to do the pre-check-in and told me my portion of the bill was $770. I told them I needed to cancel the appointment. The lady was very snarky and that I should do what the doctor ordered. I told her that was almost my mortgage and I couldn't afford it. He was pissed I never went. But once again, who the fuck can afford $770 for an ultrasound just to check up? Shit's insane. They acted like I was insane for not wanting the ultrasound. Train rides, in America. Gonna cost me nearly twice as much to take a train across the country and way longer than a flight. I love trains, but they are just not practicable in most of America, some exceptions around DC area and East Coast. That is what limited investment looks like. All that transit infrastructure spending goes to roads and cars. If we spend that kind of money on mass transit, it might actually be competitive. College. Unless you're talking about community college, then yeah, college. I work at a well-known fast casual restaurant that's part of a large chain, and we get at least 3 or 4 people a day commenting that our soups are way overpriced. It's about $10 for the largest single person size. I used to hear that a lot at a sandwich shop. The issue was the meats were very high quality. Primarily pastrami and corned beef. But also others. You were essentially getting slices of steak on your sandwich. And it wasn't just a few slices. It was a stack of meat. That's why they cost $16, back in 2016. I can't even understand how they made a profit on that. Then in comes some dumbers expecting to pay $5. Because that's what they pay at Subway. Houses. I get land should be pricey. They ain't making any more of it. But $300K for a mobile home in St. Pete FL, man with light skin tone shrugging. And then add the whole fee. Crazy. Children. Water. Soda's cheaper than water these days, like Jesus Christ, why? Delivery apps like Uber Eats, DoorDash, etc. Emergency medi flight. I understand the cost of fuel, wear and tear on the helicopter, as well as the pilot and medical staff. But $5,000 a mile? My ambulance ride to the heliport and ensuing helicopter ride ended up about $250. 000. Supplies for the blind. Grandmother is legally blind. I was looking at supplies that would help with reading. Minimum $500. My friend had a magnifier, but lost it. Doesn't want to spend the money on a new one. Of course she lost it because she's legally blind. Actually she probably left it at some place by accident. Anything wedding and anything funeral. Total scam. Eyeglass frames. They are all made by the same company from the same materials. Even the designer ones. It's all Luxottica. All the way down. Glasses cost about $20 total to make, but they sell them to you for $200. Markup is often 1000%. https://www. Latimes.com Business Lazarus Laffy Lazarus Glasses Lens Crafters Luxottica Monopoly 20,190,305 Story. HTML. Anything to do with boats. I'm one of the relatively few non-wealthy people who are involved in the sport of sailing, and the markups are absurd. Take gloves for example. You can get a 6-pack of gardening gloves for $12. But if you want garden-style sailing gloves, literally the same thing, it'll cost you $15 for one pair. And other styles are even more expensive. Needless to say, I just use gardening gloves. Healthcare. Contact your representatives. Basic living. Front doors. Insulin. Medical bills. Broadband ISP in the USA. Beef jerky. Is there gold in that stuff? Lingerie. Why is that shit so expensive?